Hello, welcome to my channel. I thought I'd do a everyman review of a Range Rover L322 just to give my perspective on it and what it's like to own, drive and pay the bills. Electric seats, automatic headlights, all the controls on the steering wheel, touch screen, heated controls, heated seats in the front and air-cooled seats in the front, and the control knob for the off-road settings and again the passenger side. Electric seats, not memory on the passenger side, memory on the driver's side, and all the controls, adjustable armrests for comfort, centre cubby box, got the CD player in the top and glove box in the bottom. Lots of space for rear passengers with the centre seat folds flat, drink holder and little storage area. There's the flap where you can poke skis or bits of DIY wood through. There's the air controls and heated leather seats in the rear. Classic tailgate you can sit on for picnics. Huge boot space that the seats fold flat and it just opens up like a van. Under the bonnet everything's easy to get at, you need for servicing. Got your radiator expansion tank there. You've got your air box with the twin metering valves there. Powered steering fluid, windscreen washer fluid, oil filler cap, air box. The battery is just at the back there and the dipstick is just there. Always liked Range Rovers, always liked Land Rovers. This is probably the 10th Land Rover product I've had over the years, and the second Range Rover I had, the first one being a P38 that had its issues, as all P38s do. The suspension would misbehave now and again, let all the air out the system. You'd have to pull over, plug in a reset tool, cycle the ignition on and off you'd go again. A little bit inconvenient, and that one was converted to run on, it was a petrol converted to run on a gas conversion. So it was quite cheap to run, but the tank size wasn't very big, it didn't have much range. So after almost 2 years with a TD5 Discovery, I've now gone back to the Range Rover, and my first impressions are I absolutely love it. Let's talk about economy. It's a 3.6 litre V8 twin turbo. Let's be honest, it goes like stink, and if you're looking at economy, you're looking at the wrong car. The tyres cost a fortune, the fuel costs a fortune. I'm putting super, that diesel performance fuel in it. Maybe I could get away with normal fuel. So, talking figures, I've got on the computer here now. Since I've bought the vehicle, I'm averaging 25 miles to the gallon. I've covered 1,000 miles in it. A lot of the trips have been horrible little short trips, 10 miles there, 10 miles back. We live on the top of a hill, 1,000 foot up above sea level, so it's a climb home all the time. That's not conducive to good miles per gallon. But on the bright side, on a trip like today, I'm going to sort some stuff out for my mother, and it'll be around about a 40-mile trip, and I've crossed, I've been on A roads, so I've come over the what they call the Evo Triangle in North Wales, through Denby, through Mould, going into Flintshire, and it's average 30 miles to the gallon, and that's fairly spirited driving on an A road. 30 miles to the gallon. I'm doing 60 miles an hour now. I can't fault that. If I'd have gone down the A55 and stuck at 60 mile an hour constant, it would have been doing about 34 miles to the gallon from a 3.6 V8 twin turbo in something that's got the aerodynamics of a barn. That's unbelievable in my book. So they're not that bad to run. Not as nowhere near as bad as people would think. The acceleration as well. How many other cars that weigh nearly 3 tonne can do that? That was 40 to 60 seconds. You set the seat up, how you like it, comfortable. You put it in the memory, your wife jumps in, she drives the car, it's set on her memory, mirrors, seat, height, in and out, steering wheel position, all resets. So there's none of this faffing around in an uncomfortable seat if there's two of you driving the vehicle. The armrest on the windowsill is perfect. You don't have to have the window open like the old Land Rover Defenders and have your arm out. The armrest there, adjustable, have it out of the way. Everything's just nice. Heated steering wheel, which I never knew I needed a heated steering wheel until I had a heated steering wheel. And it is so nice in the morning, it warms up in seconds. I just put the blowers on the defrost because the windscreen was freezing up a little bit, and it's got the heating. You put it in, that's one of the other things I love about this car. It's got a preheater under the bonnet, so when the temperatures are cold like today, when they're -1, it throws a diesel heater on under the bonnet that warms the cooling system and the heating system in the car up as you're driving, which if you relied on the diesel engine to heat up, you'd be about 10 miles down the road before you got any heat into the system. So yeah, we just threw that on with it, put the blower motors on, that makes a little noise, so I thought you wouldn't be able to hear me. It's got heated screen, heated rear screen, heated steering wheel, heated seats. It just makes life so comfortable. It's so easy to drive. It's a big car. I tried to get it in my garage the other day and it wouldn't fit in the garage very well. Couldn't shut the garage door and get out the car. One thing I've heard said before by a review on Pike's garage is very good. He's done a few reviews on Range Rovers, and I subscribe to his opinion that when people buy a a second-hand car, you go to the garage and you ask the salesman what's available, what's on offer, and you sort of go along with that. You go for a test drive, you think, oh, this is nice, this will do, and you come out with it. Now that sort of philosophy I use myself if I'm buying a computer. I go into the shop, I ask the salesman, they go, this is what you need. I don't know anything about computers, I've got no interest in computers. It's like a fridge to me. I just want to put my beer in it, it gets cold, take my beer out, drink my beer. And like the computer, I just want it to play videos, watch YouTube, go on eBay. A Range Rover's slightly different. You can't use the same attitude when you're buying a Range Rover. Land Rover products, in my opinion, are really reliable. I've done hundreds of thousands of miles in them, and I've never had one brought home on a trailer. I've always managed to take a drive shaft off and drive them home, or change a half shaft off-road. I've never been brought home on a trailer with a Land Rover. But you've got to be prepared, like any old car. This has done 120,000 miles. You've got to be prepared for things to go wrong, and they'll go wrong whatever car you buy. If it's a BMW, if it's a Mercedes, if it's a Bentley, things are going to go wrong, and the higher end the car, the more it costs to fix it. So you either need to be really enthusiastic about it and don't mind breaking a few nails, getting your hands dirty, getting down and dirty underneath, and changing things, servicing things, repairing things, or you've got to be willing to splash the cash and take it into the garage and pay for the work to be done. There's some good independent Land Rover garages down around, which for the level of work, what was a nice 928 Porsche just went past the other way. You don't get many of them anymore. There's lots of independent Land Rover specialist garages that can undercut main dealer prices, very knowledgeable, and will do you a cracking job at keeping your vehicle on the road. But have some money put to one side for it. Don't go out looking for a vehicle for £5,000 and spend all of your £5,000 on it. So, what's my verdict? You can pick up a nice Range Rover for about £5,000. You've got one life, live it. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, don't forget, like, subscribe and share if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you next time.